Today we're at Combat South for the Christmas special. Our first game as the Lost Boys is to collect clocks and to rescue Tinkerbell. This is what happens. Dave and I find 2 clocks just outside our spawn area.
Right, we've got 2 here. That way. To the Radio Shack, Dave.
Once we have the clocks, we have to make our way to the Radio Shack. But the other team are respawning close to it, which makes it quite difficult to get to.
Do you want to move to the tree? That one there. Got you covered if you want to go.
Due to the cold, my gun's efficiency isn't great. The gun I'm using is a KCO2 KJ Works, and it's a gas magazines.
But they're all there. I want to get closer. Yeah, you can see them there.
Due to the temperature, I can't pull the trigger as fast as I'd like to, and so I have to be steady with my shots.
Too much bush in the way.
We try a different approach to get to the Radio Shack. So we come to the left side of the map, and it's full of enemies, even though our team are trying to flank them. In this next part, I'm joined by Dave, who I go to Combat South with a lot. He's using a Tokyo Marui AK. I'm not too sure what the actual model is, but it's a recoil shock, and because it's electric, he doesn't have issues with temperature.
Careful, Dave. Leave it up.
Due to my rifle being a DMR and stuck on semi-automatic only, my FPS is slightly increased to 400, but I'm using heavier BBs, 0.25, so it's actually shooting at only about 300 feet per second. But with heavier BBs, I tend to get a better grouping and a straighter shot.
There's people to your right. On that tree. Pushing up.
I respawn and I've been told that we have people flanking us from behind because we have two different areas to respawn for both teams, and the respawns kind of make a cross against each other, so you can go up behind the other team, and the other team took this advantage and have been sneaking up behind us.
This one right in front of me, mate.
Although the trees create a great concealment against the enemies, it also hinders rifles quite a lot, where I can only shoot one round at a time. If it hits a twig or anything, it will just bounce and it just will not go near the enemy at all. So it's kind of difficult to get a good shot in this type of terrain.
He's gone. Whoa, Rudolph shooting at me. Right hand side. Fuck you, Rudolph. Oh. Gone hit. Hit.
So I've respawned again, and this time the woods aren't so dense, and I've heard that there are people in the middle of the map, just in the middle, just behind our teammates, and so I'm going to go see if I can help out and take care of them, because they are killing people and people aren't realising that they are the other team. The branches and trees aren't as dense in this next part, and so getting the shots on target comes a lot easier. That's one of them down, and at the moment my teammates are to my right, and they're still not realising that there are some more enemies just behind them. So that's the enemies down, and that's the first game pretty much over. We managed to get more clocks than the pirates, but we did lose Tinkerbell, unfortunately.